All right, everyone. So once we've mobilized, once we've done our standard mobilization to increase your range of movement, we also need to, the next phase will be an activation. So picking a couple of exercises that are similar or relevant to the main session that you've got ahead. Basically the purpose is just to get your muscle fibers firing, get your central nervous system efficient through moving through that pattern, tell your body, okay, get some muscles working because we're about to require some strength basically. We're just going to have a quick look at 4 basic hip and lower body activations for today. I will do some upper body work with some bands next time. First off, I'm just going to do a basic lunge pattern. Now there's no, with picking activation exercises, you can pretty much do anything you want as long as it's relatively low resistance. So body weight and bands work fantastically for it. And all you have to change really is the tempo that you're working at. There just has to be a slight pause, a squeeze, a drive at the bottom of the movement where the contraction is taking place before you relax into your next rep. So whereas a normal lunge would just be coming down, knee to floor, coming from bottom to top, I can't really feel any muscle fibers really driving to work hard there. So all we're going to do is when I get to the bottom, I'm just going to push my bum forward towards that front heel. I'm not going to lean back or anything. It's a tiny movement, you can barely see it. I'm moving about 1 inch at the bottom. So I'm going to come down, tense my bum to push it forwards, to activate hip flexor, quad and glutes on that back leg, and that is it. So I come down, push, relax, stand, down, push, relax. Tiny movement, you can barely see it. So you have to be careful to make sure people are actually doing it properly. Next up, we're going to look at the bootstrapper. So this is a hamstring activation. Feet about shoulder width apart also. Turn your toes out a little bit if you want. First off, for people who are flexible, I would recommend sitting down into your lowest squat, sticking your fingers under your toes, just so you don't fall over, you don't have to worry about balance. And then all you're going to do is keep your head low, stick your bum up in the air as high as possible, and drive your legs back into as straight a position as possible. So this is a bootstrapper, mainly for the hamstrings. So keep your chest low as you can. Straighten your legs back, tense in the muscles as you go, so don't just push your legs straight back. Make sure you're activating the muscles as much as we can. Back down from here. Now obviously not everyone can sit into a squat as low as that, which is fine. All you do is work from the top to bottom. So I'd start from standing, allow my knees to bend, get my fingers under the toes just like before, and now I'm going to come down as low as they can before their heels lift off the floor, and then drive up from there. So I'm still getting the same activation phase, I'm just not getting as low into the movement. You might find personal preference, you might want your hands on the inside of your knees, or you might want your feet a bit narrower with your hands on the outside of your knees. It doesn't really change the movement at all, it's just personal preference. Whichever you find more comfortable is what you should do. Next up we're going to do a hip bridge, so we're going to look at glute activation. Most of the population have underactive glutes, so getting them firing before the main part of a session is always a good start for most people. So we're going to lie down on the floor, feet shoulder width apart, heels pulled in towards your bum, as tight as we can. Lean your head back on the floor, hands down, just going to drive your hips up to the ceiling as high as possible. Lean back onto your shoulders, relaxing it back down from there. So push up hard as you can, you should feel your glutes firing. Relax back down to the floor. So this is the basic movement. If you're not sure whether it's working or not, do the thumb test, put a thumb on your bum cheek. You should feel it tense and fire up as you drive up, and then relax on the way back down. If I want to make that harder, I'm going to try and keep control of it on the eccentric part of the movement as well. Try and not let it relax on the way down. So I'm going to push up, so my glutes tense, and on the way down I'm going to try and keep them as tensed as possible. So they never relax throughout any part of the movement. Even before I start the next rep, they are always contracted. That will require a fair amount more coordination and movement skills, but it's a fantastic way to progress the movement, make it a little bit harder. Last up, we're just going to activate again, a bit more glutes, a bit of lower back as well, a bit of testing mobility through the lower back. We're just going to do a standard hand walk out, but with a drive at the bottom. So what I'm going to do from standing, walk my hands out to the front. Now instead of just pushing my hips down and back up to the top like we normally would for a walkout, I'm just going to spend a little bit more time at the bottom. I'm just going to try and push my hips through my hands, pushing my bum down into the ground so my glutes tense behind me, then relax back up onto my feet from there. So walk your hands out, drive your hips through your hands, push your chest up, tense your bum into the floor, and then relaxing and standing back up onto your feet. You can see my voice, you can see on my face, when I'm doing the activation at the bottom, and it's not easy, I'm pushing as hard as I can. So don't just relax through the movement, that's pointless, you're not going to get any benefit out of it. Make sure you are actually contracting muscles. Do the poke test, you should be able to feel muscles firing when you're doing it properly. That's activations for lower body. Next we'll do banded activations for upper body. See you then.